All right, Mr. Taliaferro TV, how's everybody doing? Listen, man, NBA Youngboy, for all the NBA Youngboy fans out there, you need to be very happy about what happened today. All right, let me just state the obvious. NBA Youngboy was released on bail. All right, $75,000 was what it was set at, and he obviously posted that. The big thing with NBA Youngboy was getting a bail, and he finally got one. I think this was the second time that he had asked for one. He finally got one. All right, this stems from when he was a fugitive. He got arrested in Tallahassee, Florida, when he was heading to a show because hotel guests called the police on him and his girl when they seen them wrestling. That's what NBA Youngboy says, and his girlfriend Janiyah Jackson say they were just wrestling, they were just playing. But it looked pretty physical from the video evidence that we all saw from the hotel, right? Again, to each his own. I don't know. I was not there. Who knows? Maybe they play like that. That's their business, right? It didn't look good in the public, right? And then you're talking about somebody with NBA Youngboy who's got a lot of legal shit going on in the next calendar year. Him and his team fought incredibly hard to dodge this very weird, wacky case with a drive-by shooting. Well, I think everybody's okay, but NBA Youngboy and his team had to fight, and he ended up getting some. I've never seen anything like this, but they were pretty much like, we were going to give you a lot of years, but we're just going to throw it out unless you do something stupid. So NBA Youngboy and his team have been legally busy over the last calendar year, and him getting out on bail is a huge win. Again, obviously you want him out of incarceration, but when you take it a step further, if he was able to get a bail this early, that means something in his case, it was on NBA Youngboy's side. That means something. He was able to convince a judge, or, somebody. He was able to convince a district attorney something. Yo, this wasn't what y'all thought it was. We were just playing around. And that's a really good sign, because if you can get this thing played out, because Janiyah Jackson, she already said in a song and on Instagram Live that they were just playing and she's not going to press charges against her boyfriend. If you can get this thrown out, that would not bring about some of the old charges that NBA Youngboy has. So technically it wouldn't be a violation if it was just all a misunderstanding. Again, we all know a probation violation could be anytime the police are called to your crib or anytime you have any encounter with the police. It can, that could be a probation, house arrest violation. But if NBA Youngboy could end up with this whole situation being thrown out and just being a misunderstanding, he could be like, first and foremost, y'all wasted my time, and leave me alone about all the other legal shit I got going on, because this was nothing. Y'all thought it was something that it really wasn't. I was just damn near hugging my girlfriend. Again, it looked crazy on video. I'm not trying to undermine that and say it wasn't anything crazy. It looked pretty physical and brutal. I wasn't there. I have no clue what went on, and I hope for the best. I hope that brother ain't put his hands on no female, because I just don't condone it on my platform. But hey, NBA Youngboy is out. By the way, he is one of my top 5 favorite rappers right now down south. He's one of my favorite. Now, I'm not saying he's one of the top 5 lyricists, but I'm saying he's one of my favorite right now. I think he makes incredible records. I think he's holding it down for Louisiana until Kevin Gates is back in that limelight and ready to take over. And with him out, I know he missed a few. He missed about 7 to 10 shows. I'm not gonna lie to you. He missed Boosie's Bash. He had a couple shows in CIAA when I was down in Charlotte. I seen he was booked a couple times. He couldn't make it, so he's costing himself money. And hopefully NBA Youngboy, he can get it together, because this was a kidnapping and aggravated assault charge that he just was able to get bail on. So hopefully he can get it together legally. I mean, just his team need to clean some stuff up, because this brother is entirely too talented to be missing shows, costing himself money. And when you screw these promoters over a couple times, these top promoters from city to city, all artists and managers know this. When you screw them over a couple times, they're too afraid to book you and take that L. Right? With people doing shit through booking agencies, they can't get that front end back. People aren't gonna book you anymore. You don't want to hurt yourself. NBA Youngboy is 18 years old. You don't want to be hurting relationships with promoters this young in your career. You're gonna need them. All right. There's only so many promoters with money to book somebody like NBA Youngboy, who's climbing up the charts. It's gonna take 30 to 40 bands to book him in a couple years. You don't want to hurt your relationships with promoters. That's the last people you want to hurt your relationship with, the people who pay you. So NBA Youngboy, I hope you get it together, my brother. It looks like you've been granted another opportunity. Thank you for the time of support. NBA Youngboy has been released on a $75,000 bail, and he's out. I will give you more details on what he can and not do from a rap standpoint For all the fans out there that's going to an NBA Youngboy show in the future, I'll tell you if he'll be able to make it. What are the details of his bail when I get him in the next couple days. I'm out.
I want to salute you, homie, you know, for building your own thing and doing your own thing, creating your own platform, your own website.
I got one life to live out my dreams, and I'm giving this thing all I got. I interview celebrities. I talk sports. I represent the culture.
Right now, you're turning up on MrTaliaferro.com, shawty. Yeah!